Gentlemen, it's been a busy past month for one Travis Hunter, all 22 years old. If you don't know Travis Hunter, he was the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft by the Jaguars. Came from Colorado State. Yeah, very, very handy
Prime time.
Prime time. Just wanted to, I guess, spread some love and spread some advice. He has recently got married to long-term girlfriend Liana.
Oh, well done.
Reportedly spent $700,000 on a gift.
Okay, not well done.
And what a get? It's a house. It's a house. He got a house.
No. He got her a Mercedes-Benz AMG G63. I don't even know how to say this, but Brabus 800.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
A luxury SUV.
For $700K.
700,000 US. I guess, gentlemen, my question for you in the Prelude is, if this was your son, what advice are you giving them?
I'm saying abort that. She needs $700K in a car. Son, get out of there.
This was on the wedding day, though, wasn't it?
This was on the wedding day.
No,
A wedding day
later.
gift.
Look, what?
Let's
Let's hear from the man who's got a son.
But also not in a relationship.
Yeah, but your son. What do you tell him, Winter?
Okay, I would actually say, just spend $700,000. I get it, you love her. High school wife, high school partner. If she got 700, I'm probably looking at least 400. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So if that's 700 over there,
You're more
I can
thinking
do
what
with
he's going to do for you.
What am I going to get? You know, I've been around here since day one.
Yeah.
You know, she knew here. I also said they didn't get a prenup. So he loved her. So in that case, money's not really going to be a thing. Also, you got to think, okay, what you guys aren't thinking about right now, let me preach for a little second, is they have their NIL deals. He would have made, I'm thinking, I'm going to chuck a random number out there, 20 million last year.
Wow.
So 20 million coming out of college, 700,000 here. I'm about to, make some
to
real
be
money
fair,
in the NFL.
For all we know, she could be the breadwinner.
True.
Right?
True.
Goes both ways here, lads.
Until he pays, or until he gets paid in his rookie contract, which is probably going to be in the $46 million mark. Yeah, so I feel like...
Enough Travis Hunter now.
Enough Travis Hunter, making us all feel bad about life. Right, let's get into the show.
Play on.
Round 2.
My mate to the left here. One heck of a career you've had, man.
To be able to be in this space, announce my retirement.
Okay, let's go.
LeBron James, a shot at history.
And the Panthers have done it again. 4 premierships in a row.
A black wave pouring through Paris 2024. Back to black. New Zealand champions.
Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone!
6 of the best from Auckland FC.
We need a halfback.
I'm not playing.
I'm in, baby. I'm in. Let's do it, baby. Let's rock into another show. What up, players? We're back for another week of Play On. I have a thought before we move on any further. Sorry, I have ADHD, but I'm here now. If your child absolutely cracks it in whatever line of work they choose, do they owe you anything?
No.
No,
obviously. Well, I'm glad I asked. Glad I asked.
No, in all honesty, do you believe
Do
that
you
they...
actually think that, or?
No.
Holy crap, Brook.
This isn't why we're parents. Bro.
No.
It's not to try and live vicariously through.
But don't
about if
worry.
you- what about if you
we can
feel like-
guide them down the path that might take us on an adventure.
Okay, owes may be the wrong
But
word.
there's
Like,
no owing.
I don't expect a house or a car, or maybe if you make 46 million to be nice, though. You know what I'm saying? But what about if you feel like they didn't appreciate the hard work that they went into bringing them
Then
up?
you raised them wrong.
Oh, damn.
Right?
I ain't got to worry. Winter's going to be sweet. You know who butters his bread.
Well,
That's
let's
my
take our
boy.
sponsors, man. Let's take our sponsors. I want to get to the
Now
sponsors.
they pay out. Yeah, shout out to our sponsors,
Yes.
baby. Shout out to Betcha. Bet it out with Betcha. Who else we got?
Frank Energy, just power, no fluff, guff, gimmicks.
And Gatorade, sweat, embrace it, replace it. That's us.
That's it. It's also Origin Week, baby. Come on. We're going to talk about Origin a bit today. Marc, what's on the show, man?
Yeah, we've got to go through our betting matchups for the week with Betcha. The Betcha Match Ups, Shaun. We've also got ourselves an NBA breakdown in Shaun Hub today. So, Brook, it's back on you.
Yeah.
Bring it here, bro.
Right,
Bring
I loved
here.
it last week.
And gentlemen, it is a celebration week in America at the moment. And today is the start of their spelling bee, their nationwide spelling bee competition. So I'm going to test us with our very own Belling Spree and getting our spelling on American athletes.
What do they call it? A Belling Spree?
No, I just didn't want to get in any trouble by taking up their spelling bee, so I just changed it. So
Yeah,
Belling Spree.
I don't know why we need to do this.
How was our spelling at school?
Oh,
I hated spelling.
Bro, I struggled reading in my daughter's book to her last night, going to sleep.
Oi.
Like, it's hard.
It is hard.
Reading and spelling ain't my forte.
Yeah.
Right?
Same, but some of these books, though, that they've been giving these kids, it's embarrassing to try and read it out loud to your kid.
It is indeed. So should we get straight into the matchups? Or should we not? Sean's got that look on his face. Let's just do
I'm
it.
thinking I actually don't want to be in the room for this.
Maybe it's best you're not.
Yeah, no, actually, give me a buzz when I need to come back in.
Right.
I'm not here for this shit.
Okay. It does mean, Brook, you and I are going to go through this week's
Later, loser.
Betcha Match Ups. And let's start at the very top. That was a bit of rugby, Pacific Force Series final. The Black Ferns taking on USA. Brook, you got to take your the first pick, and Brook, you took the right ones.
Man, I did, man. I got Porsche on one side. I got Caitlin on the other side. 11 tries between the two. Rack up 79 points. That's almost, if I do the math right, that's almost a point a minute. But it was cool, man, because I watched the game outside of the score and obviously winning this matchup. Like, the likes of Alona Mar there just brings ice to the game. It was a great crowd there on a Saturday. It was good for sport, let me tell you. It wasn't, maybe the scoreboard wasn't great for all of us, but people showed up to the game. Hopefully it's the start of what is a push towards a World Cup a little bit later this year.
Probably the perfect build-up to the World Cup, wouldn't you say? We had that, we had that draw with Canada.
Close game against Canada,
We've done well. I think in terms of a confidence build, I reckon the Black Ferns are absolutely... They're coming together at the right time, and I feel like a blowout like that against the USA is that confidence blowout, right? You're like, yep, oh, we're ready.
I do think that, but I also think we got to be slightly aware and go, okay, USA is number 9. But you also have to do your part and go, well, at least it wasn't, like 2014. We upheld our end of the bargain. So now we got to go, man, I just got a good feeling about this year, and it's our 4-pack going like one-on-one with the English 4-pack in England a little bit later this year. They want redemption. I can see that storyline playing out already, but shit, we got the goats on the wings.
Man, we look dangerous on the wings. We look dangerous all over the park, actually. Let's move through to matchup number 2, and this was Shaun's pick, ANZ Premiership Netball.
He can stay out there,
Northern
though. Shaun, don't even worry about
Stars,
coming back yet.
Central Pulse, he took, obviously, voted with his heart, and it wasn't to be, as the Northern Stars were beaten 69-45 by your Central Pulse.
Yeah, I don't really know what to say too much about this. At home, too.
Yeah.
Shaun was at the game. There's a positive. Shaun was at the game. I got to find some positives in it. A cool number for one of those scores.
Matchup number 3, and it was Super Rugby. And this was the game where I was a little bit like, I thought there was a bit of disrespect going around considering how much Moana Pacifica were paying against the Chiefs, top of the table Chiefs. But turns out, you know what, Brook?
I went for it, baby.
You went for it?
I went for it.
You went for Moana Pacifica?
You know what? I sit here and I go, yes. Yes.
Why?
I think this is just what the doctor ordered for Moana. I think this is it. Because now they have a chance next week to create the greatest story in Super Rugby this year. Artie's going back home for a chance to beat the Hurricanes to make the playoffs. And they're going there with a belly full of anger, places they know that they can get better. Artie scored a try in this, but I just think they're going into that game like, yes, we needed that kick in the ass. You can take, sometimes losses are better than wins, and I imagine they're going to, somehow twist this bad boy and go, all right, we got the fire in the belly.
Let's hope so.
This is the storyline. The king is going back home to sit on his throne, and the Hurricane's going to get up for it too. So I just think that even though they took a walloping, and shout out to the Chiefs, they were great. I'm excited for that. I'm actually in Wellington. I'm going to go to the game this weekend.
Do it.
Yeah.
You lost that matchup though. Shaun obviously was gifted the Chiefs, and the Chiefs won 85 points to 7. I think if you got to watch that game, you would have seen some perfect running rugby. Like the way the Chiefs were playing, everything was sticking.
Shout out to the Chiefs too. They were great.
Incredible rugby. All right, moving through to sports matchup number 4. And
Shaun, come back. I need you on this one.
Shaun was back on the pedestal, and he was picking first.
You lost this one, but come back in this one. I need to talk to you.
Auckland AFC and Melbourne Victory. Of course, the second leg, all they needed to do was not lose by 2, and 2-0 was the end scoreline, meaning Shaun lost that one as well and gifted it to Brook, but
No, let's not worry about the wins and the losses. I just want to talk about Auckland FC and the season they had.
Yeah, what a season though.
But get off your high horse right now and just appreciate because you are the athlete here. What a year.
Yeah.
What an absolute year from these guys. I think, as we were talking about before, I think if you told them, yo, we have a chance to go to the finals in our very first year, we're going to have that chance at home, going up 1-0, you take those odds at any time, right? At the start of the year, you go, yep, I'll take our odds to back ourselves. But it's more than just that. They have built a brand new franchise. They've built a brand new audience. They have, I would imagine, grown football here in New Zealand. Like, they have done an absolutely incredible job in their first year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shut up. Hurry up.
He's refusing. Bruce.
Yeah. No, okay, hang on.
Breathe. Hurry up.
Okay. So, as far as first seasons go, like Brook just said, if you were to tell these boys at the start of the year, in 6, 7 months, 8 months' time, this is what we're looking at, they would have gone.
Sign me up on that.
Yeah, I want to be a part of that, right? So, what they've done to establish themselves in a big city where it's predominantly rugby and league is pretty spectacular to watch. Like, we can't fault them on that. But I just can't help but think they will be so salty.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, at the end of the day, they were in the, pole position. They were in the driver's seat. And they let it slip in the biggest game of the year.
And a 10-minute window, too.
Far out, man. That must be so hard for them to accept.
Yeah. It felt like they played quite defensively from the get-go. They played like they'd parking the bus and they had that 1-0 lead, which I guess is smart footy.
I'm no football savant. I don't know how the game should or shall be played. But from the games I've seen of Auckland FC this year, they get after it. You know what I mean? And it didn't feel like that in the weekend. It did not feel like that in the weekend until maybe they needed to.
At the very end. Yeah, I just felt like there was... We actually did that thing last week with Gatorade, and we went out and played rugby league, and you said... And this is what I was thinking about with the game. You said that this thing, and you're holding the ball, you have to treasure the ball. And so when I was watching this game, there were just passes that didn't stick that I've seen stick for them throughout the year, and I was wondering if that's just the emotion at the end of the year. But it just felt like just didn't treasure that ball as much as they needed to when the lights were the brightest.
So do you view the season as a success?
And this... I agree with what you said. I say yes, 100%. I view it as a success. But I imagine, as the player and the team and the team, they're going, you hate what ifs, right? That's the one thing.
I think it's fair to look at it maybe that way. Like, maybe the players don't feel like it's a success. Like, I'd be very surprised if any of them are walking around being like, but
they should.
I think from a fan base, but the club point of view, I think they're probably viewing it as a success.
And I think they'll look back and go, what a first year.
I reckon we were one game off the perfect Auckland FC season. And from a franchise fan, everything growth, I think if they had got to the final and lost the final, that would have been peak footy. Because if you win it on your first season, you're probably going to get a few people, fans. I reckon the absolute perfect season for Auckland FC, as bad as this may sound, would have been getting to the grand final, hosting a grand final, and losing a grand final. That would have been the perfect season.
Or even if it was just the other way around, it could have been a perfect season. Even if the second leg of this final series was on the road. Losing on the road in a finals match, it's like, you know what I mean? But it's just the fact it was in our own backyard with a packed Mount Smart. I think that's where the deflation is hits on a different level. You're ahead on aggregate, and then all of a sudden, it's not just one goal to level it. They go 2 on you and jump you in your own backyard.
In 10 minutes too.
Yeah.
The owner of the club, though, he owns Soul Bar.
Oh, does he?
Down on the viaduct. So, I mean, they would have won that night.
Holy.
They would have had themselves a good old party. They're probably still going, actually. Good on you, too. You deserve it. Well
100%.
done.
Man.
Perfect. All right, and final game. It is the Warriors, and it was Brook's turn to pick, and he took the Warriors.
Of course.
And cursed us, and we lost to the Raiders, 16 points to 10. Thanks, Brook, for nothing. But that does mean, Shaun, you picked up a second matchup for this week. Well done to you. How did we feel about that? That was a game, I'm going to be honest, I put $20 on the Raiders before it even began. I just had a feeling that all our storylines...
It was me. Sorry, Shaun, that cursed. Yeah. Okay.
I just had a feeling that all the sports storylines were being ruined for me in one weekend. We had Auckland FC go out. I'd been watching the NBA Finals and watching the Pacers destroying the Knicks, and I thought the Knicks were the better storyline. And Moana Pacifica. What happened to them? I was like, okay, I know that what's going to happen here. The sporting gods are not smiling on me, and so that's where I felt that. But anyways, what did you guys see?
I saw a tough, gritty game between two pretty good sides. That's ultimately what I saw. But I think it probably highlighted, said it a few times, like our wins this season have been built off our defence and the grit, just to do things a tough way. Fight through close results. Every game we've won, it's always been tight, low scoring, And I think when you verse the good sides, and it was probably highlighted in the weekend, scoring one try is never going to be good enough to beat the top 4 side. So I think it's going to maybe raise some questions around where to for our attack. I think that's already happening. I think the boys probably already thinking that anyway, like we need to really start. Like giving ourselves a little bit more of a buffer, boys, to win these games. Like, as good as our defence is, if you're only scoring 1 try or 2 tries, like it's going to be hard to win games, like especially at the back end against really good sides, right? Yeah. So Raiders average, I think they got the second best attack in the comp. So the fact that they can come over here and muster 16, even just two tries, a couple of penalties, whatever that was. In the rain, like it shows you even just that is enough. But yeah, the fact that we could only come up with 1, like it just doesn't give you much room for, much of a buffer against these good sides is probably what stood out to me. But a really good quality game. Like I know the Warriors would be pretty disappointed in a couple of their effort areas, like especially that first Starling try. Like in a wet game like that, boys switching off for a split second through the middle. And I only say this because I know those are the areas they hold in high regard. The stuff that no one will be talking about outside. Like they'll be talking about the offload, the wet weather footer, boom. But the Warriors will be looking at it in detail. People not closing dangerous space. And that's what the good sides do. They look at the areas of the game that they know will hold up in high performance in big games later in the year.
Positives, it wasn't the Vegas score.
Nah.
Go find the positives.
But I know, like, and I think, I was a little bit, I was like, if they get up tonight, this will be as special of a win as we've felt. Just
without Barney
with our front row, our big alphas up the front. Now, I know they played round 1 and, Raiders dealt to them that day. But all I'm saying is in the wet, like, even just from a resilience piece, like when a couple of things don't go your way, just having a couple of those boys there to really stamp their authority.
This is just from a fan's observation, and it's just me. How we were going through as Warriors fans, we were sitting there going, man, we're not getting the rub of the green here. It's not, we never get the calls. I also have a gripe. I have a gripe against really good Kiwi players growing another leg when they come and play against the Warriors at home.
I love it.
Is that did you ever feel that in your playing career? Like Joseph Tapania is a perfect example of it. He just grows an extra 6 inches, and Joey is it true that when they come back home, you just feel like they play better than they do?
I think there is always that little bit of especially if they're born over here, slip through the system. Yeah. You guys didn't want me. I know there's a few players out there like that. Dylan Brown is one of them. Bro, whenever he plays the Warriors, he just turns one on. And he could have been snatched from us, literally. So
is that your fault?
Nah, not my fault.
You were... We could have had Dylan Brown, Marc.
Every 5'8" needs a halfback, boys. All right? He might be one to tell you that as well, right? But no, like there is a bit of substance to your point there, because Taps in the weekend, he just big dogged it.
Bro,
he was
I loved it, bro.
He I'm an alpha for all of yous. Like, I don't care, and I don't care about the crowd. Yeah, where all you want. We're coming in here and we're just going to dog his out. Like, we're going to alpha you literally to the final whistle. And he was the difference, really. Yeah. He was the difference, so.
Bro, he was incredible, because I was at the game and it was loud. And I'm the same with you, Marc. I love when he puts on that black jersey. But I can appreciate someone who sits in the fire and in his own backyard and no one's supporting you, and you want the smoke even more, and then you show up in wet weather. I can appreciate it, bro. He was
him, eh?
He was him over the weekend. And is him genuinely, but...
Do you guys like my saying? Or no? Did that stick?
Yeah, no, I do. I enjoy it.
He was him.
He was him.
And him is...
You are
him, and
I
him
am you.
No, he is him, and him will fit wherever he is.
Yes.
And that just happened to be Mount Smart in the weekend.
I feel like that's the first shirt we should be releasing. The merch shirt should be...
Who am I? You are him. Can I also just friendly... I would like to say, and this is not a gripe. I'm very, very fortunate to be here. But I don't know where Shaun is at every time. I swear I had over 50 people ask me where Shaun was.
What for?
At the game when I was at, where's Shaun? With all due love and respect, I don't know where this man is at 24/7. 23/8, I do. Yeah, I was at the game.
Were you working or
no? No one asked me how I was, how my day is, how I was
New Zealand
feeling.
Thing, eh?
No, I went with the boys.
Oh.
Yeah, some of the boys were up. I was went with the boys.
Oh, nice.
But every person that... Where is Shaun?
You know where I was?
Where is Shaun?
I was on
I
the
don't
comforts
know,
of my couch, in the warm and cozies.
How good was that?
Just going, thank God I ain't there doing that. That's all I was doing.
Speaking of he was him this week, and Brook takes out the week, which by my math looks like it's getting close to a 26-hour 2011 full stream.
I love how Shaun had that big
grand
time where
final.
he was like, I got a sweep, let's bring out the broom. Won that battle. Terrible at the war.
That's us for this week.
Play on.
Oh, far out.
Gentlemen, the Scripps Spelling Bee takes place from today on to Thursday after Memorial Weekend in the United States of America. The Scripps Spelling Bee. It's held throughout the United States. All the kids take part in it, basically looking for the champion of spellers. So I thought it would be remiss of us not to celebrate the Scripps Spelling Bee by holding our Frank Energy Belling Spee.
He kicked out.
He's evil way.
He kicked out. All right, hurry up, Russ.
I was such a
I'm way
trash
smarter
fella.
than these kids over there.
Yeah, all right. What better way, though, to showcase this sensational event than holding our own spelling bee with American sports athletes as the words. So I'm going to get you guys to spell out these names. And let's start with a couple of the coolest names in college football this
Warm us
season.
into it, Mark. Give us an easy one.
I
You know,
will.
like Derek Fisher or something.
The first ones are actually, they should be easy enough to spell.
Don't do that. Don't do
Shaun,
that thing.
you're up first.
Are we not doing it together?
No. We're going to go one for one.
He's
one
Asian.
for one.
They're good at spelling.
Oh, way to get us cancelled, mate.
You can't say it's a positive thing. I'm highlighting what you're good at.
You're
Why is the room?
assuming
Why
that
is the
he's
room
good at
just
that.
gone like that then?
What did I
Mate,
say? What did I say
that's
wrong?
actually. Nah, I can't cop that. Racism is.
Wait, we're
You know,
highlighting things?
you know, I was-
There's a reason that I didn't talk about something else. You know, but
Okay,
I would
okay.
imagine would be good.
no, Mark, no, don't. Okay.
No.
No, that is unacceptable.
It is unacceptable.
That is, and he should be punished for it. We're examples for our community.
We are.
Are we going to
exactly,
let that
you're not a
slide?
good speller.
No, we're not. We're not going to let that
Okay,
slide.
we will think of a punishment for the rest of the show because that is unacceptable.
That is completely
and
unacceptable.
we do
Brooke.
not condemn or recommend. We do not support that in any way, shape, or form.
No.
All right. If you're watching the MVPs, I honestly apologise wholeheartedly. Like that is so below the belt. It's so unacceptable.
I was actually just going to start again, but we're called a...
No, we're not starting again.
Okay.
We're going to show them the real Brook. This is Brook Ruscoe.
But I'm so confused. I thought I was giving him a compliment. Like, you are good at spelling. I'm so
Good
confused.
Lord, I just know everyone else around this room right now is just like doing the Homer Simpson. Like.
Remember, mate, he is me, you are him. You are him, bro.
All right, let's start with the couple of the coolest names I found in college football this season. Starting with you, Shaun.
Yep.
Name number one,
right.
Nitro Tuggle. This is from the Georgia Bulldogs. Nitro Tuggle.
Nah, I'm Asian, bro, so I should be good at this. Wait, say that again.
Nitro Tuggle.
Nitro. 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 Don't overthink it. Tuggle.
It's probably, yeah.
Tuggle. Tuggle. T-U. Tug. G.
Oh, double G'd it.
L-E.
Correct. Nitro Tuggle.
I told you.
Of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Told you.
That Asian in me, man. Come on now.
Say.
All right, Brooke.
I'm trying to say.
Let's see if you can match him. Another one of my favorite names from the college football
I'd
ranks. Mobility of Rice University. Mobility of Rice University.
Mobility?
Oh, bro, if you can't spell this, though.
Nah, but it'll be like M-O-E or something, you know? Like,
Why? Why would it be?
Why would you call your son Mobility?
Come on now.
Like
Someone's
that.
called
All
this on
right,
that.
M-O. I'm locking in M-O. First name, Mo. Do I get a ding-ding for that or no?
You get a ding if it goes wrong.
Oh, okay, so I'm in. I'm still in. Okay. B-I-L-I-T-Y.
There's your ding. Mobility, of course. M-O-H-B-I-L-I-T-Y. Mobility.
The thing is, the silent H gets a few.
It does get a few.
Right? I can't hate on you for that, lad.
All right,
But
let's
honestly,
move
the
on to
silent
some
letters-
tricky ones from Major League Soccer. Sean, you're up first. Lionel Messi.
Ooh.
Nah.
Lionel Messi.
I can spell it.
Or Lionel, depending on where you come from.
G-O-A-T.
L-E-O?
Ding.
Oh.
L-I-O.
You're so disrespectful.
N-E-L-M-E-S-S-I. Lionel Messi. All right, to you.
Can
Brook.
we, since he's judging me, if I get it wrong or if he gets it wrong, can we have a chance at getting it to gain that point? Or
It's not really how it works.
Okay, sweet.
But if you're wanting to, I mean, it'll elongate this. We do have 6 names all up each to score through. But your Major League Soccer player from, as we celebrate the Scripps Spelling Bee in the States, is Luis Suarez.
Oh, L-U-I-S?
Correct.
There's
Suarez.
no way.
S-A-R-E-Z.
No.
Where'd I go wrong? Sorry.
Suarez. S-U-A with the macron on top. R-E-Z.
Wait, so I'm getting it for not having the macron on top?
Well,
You're kidding. Put that in. You're kidding yourself.
I rate it.
You're absolutely kidding yourself. It's 1-1.
You got it wrong.
It's 1-1.
you got it wrong anyways. You
I did spell it wrong.
You did spell it wrong as well. But yeah.
Okay. I heard the macron part.
Is he the dumbest human we've ever encountered?
No, that's you, but people think you're smart.
All right, into the easy ones, gentlemen. Into the easy ones. We're going to Major League Baseball. And for you, Sean, it is Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge.
A-A-Ron.
Don't do that.
A-A.
Just tell him the answer at this point.
R-O-N. Judge. Judge. J-U. D-G-E.
Yes. Aaron Judge. Sean.
Well, he gave you the answer.
Your racism's coming back to haunt you, boy.
Aaron. It's Aaron, bro. He loves
All right,
Sean
Brooke.
Johnson. Give
Major League
help
Baseball.
me, brother.
Here's your help. I'm giving you your favorite player, Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, light work. You want me to take that?
You are Asian.
Oh, that's crazy.
What is going on? Shohei Ohtani. Do you want me to turn around? I got his name on my bag. If that helps.
He can have G-O-A-T as well. Shohei.
You got this, Brooke.
You got it, G.
S-H. Let me think of this. O.
You cheating mutt.
H-E-I. Shohei.
Correct.
It's Japanese. I'm fluent in Japanese. O.
Oh, this bit's
T.
easy. Bang, ding, wrong.
There's only one.
T-A-N-I. Shohei Ohtani.
Where I go wrong?
You almost got. I thought
You were
get
so
one.
close.
What did I say?
You went O-T instead of O-H.
Oh, silent H's. These H's are up.
Konnichiwa.
All right, on to the ice hockey and the NHL. Let's go with you, Sean. Name number 1, Sidney Crosby of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crosby.
Don't look at me.
Yeah. Well, we go off the city. S-Y. Yeah, sweet.
Sydney. It's the other option. It's the other option of Sydney. S-I-D-N-E-Y. Crosby, C-R-O-S-B-Y. To you, Brooke, and you have one of the greats from Washington Capitals, one of the greats in the NHL, Alexander Ovechkin. Alexander Ovechkin.
A-L-E-X. A. N-D-E-R.
Correct. Nice.
What's his last name?
Ovechkin. Ovi, by short nickname.
Oh, I don't even know why I'm really trying like I'm going to get this. Chicken. Can you give me the origin?
I think he's of...
If you get this wrong, then I get the
I'm going to
point.
get this wrong.
Oh, I get the points.
He is one of those Eastern European countries that have great ice hockey players coming from it.
Oh, if I get this wrong, I actually get the point. O-Z.
No.
O-V.
Yes. I'll let you keep going.
E.
Yes.
C.
Yes.
H.
Yes. You're almost there, Brooke.
I don't
It's
know
the
if
easiest part.
What is it? Is it K?
Yes.
What's going on now?
E?
He's cheating.
No!
I! In!
Ovi! Oh,
I
unlucky.
get half a point. Come on.
We've given it half points.
I'm so stoked. I'm clearly the smarter one out of us.
This is going well. Okay, we've got
is so
two more
good.
sports to cover off. Gentlemen, let's go to the
Wait, is that
NFL.
1-1? I've got more than one right.
Eh?
Oh, you've got one.
I've got more than one right.
No, you got 2 right.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
You got Aaron Judge and you got Nitro Tuggle.
Yes.
All right,
Aaron
into
Judge. Well done.
into the NFL, gentlemen. And I mean, Sidney Crosby was an easier one to be spelling, so we go a bit harder for you. Shaun, Jordan Mailata is your NFL player. Jordan Mailata, Shaun.
Jordan. J.
Correct.
O-R-D-A-N. Jordan. Mailata. Mailata. My. M. A. I. L. A-T-A.
Yes!
Bro! Yes! Spelling bee, baby!
That's good. All right,
Oh, man.
we come back.
I'm feeling myself! Woo! Bro.
See, they
We
got
heard-
that. Asians got that spidey tingle.
I'm like, I'm a freak,
Got
bro.
that Frickin'.
We head to the Las Vegas Raiders for your name, Brook, in the NFL. We are looking for Max Crosby.
Oh my fuck.
M-A-X-C-R-O. It's not right. M-A-X?
M-A-X-X.
Two X's, mate. He's their pin-up, bro.
Max Crosby. All right, let's finish with the NBA, even though Shaun has won this hands down.
Oh, lad.
Let's
He's a
go.
double X? That's
Yeah.
more of a max.
Max.
He's on max contract. Good on him.
Let's finish with that NBA, and let's go to the toughest round it is, gentlemen. This is the toughest
Have you got
one.
one?
Shut up, Shaun.
We go to the toughest name, I reckon, in the NBA. For you, Shaun, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Be a man.
Nah, that's why I don't even need
Double
it,
or
do I?
nothing.
Hey, double or nothing. Sit back and learn to
Or
spell, mate.
last one takes all. Last try
Giannis.
wins.
Giannis. Yan. G. It's a Khan. I. A. N. Hines.
Might lose an eye.
Is it 2 N's? Nah. I.
Did you put 2 N's? I just need to know.
Yeah.
Yes. Good go.
I-S. That's
He won.
Giannis.
100% didn't, but for this,
Oh, I
let's play.
did. I could have said no, and you would have donged me, right? Mm-hmm. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I can't even say it. Antetokounmpo. If I get this, I'm a freak. Antetokounmpo.
No, no.
Antetokounmpo. Can you just say it in a sentence for me, please? And tell me where it derives from.
He
Country of
plays
origin.
for the Bucks, Mr.
Well,
Giannis
does he?
Antetokounmpo. And, well, that's a good call. He may not play for the Bucks much longer. And it's Greek.
Okay, derives from Greek. So it's A-N-T-E-K.
No.
Oh, I would have said that too.
So
What is it?
close. A-N-T-E-T-O-K-O-U-N-M-P-O.
Wow, how many letters?
I
is
can't
that,
wait to
eh?
hear your one.
All right. And
But
Brook,
that
to
was
finish
mine.
it up, let's go
Yama.
with his brother, Thanos Antetokounmpo.
Oh, you just said
You
it.
just
I don't
spelt
even,
his name.
I
So
don't
if you
even
can't get it
listen.
right, bro,
Yeah,
after he
I
just
didn't.
spelt it for you.
Thanos.
Lad, no,
Thanos.
seriously, he just told you how to spell it.
Thanos.
Thanos is the easy part. The last name's the hard part. If you can't spell his last name after he literally just said it to you.
I got something. I got something. If I spell the first name right, and you can have a chance to spell the last name right, if you can spell the last name right after hearing what he said,
Mate, you're not in a position to
I
make,
will-
making
What
deals,
is a
mate.
negotiation here?
I will wipe our score that we have with Betcha. However, if you don't spell it right, you add another hour on.
Wipe it completely.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, sorry. Like, no, yeah, I'll have it. Well, I'll give it a crack. What, for another hour? Bro, I'm already in there for 2 days.
The problem is I can't spell Thanos.
Yeah, you got to get through Thanos first.
Thanos. You say the name? Sorry, I know this is dragging, but this is a lot going on online right now.
Thanos.
Thanos. T-H. I? Ding! Sorry.
Oh, we're not even going to be able to put this show out. We've actually got to watch out for our swearing. When my mum watches the show, she actually gets so mad every time I swear, eh?
Yeah. So it's spelled T-H-A-N-A-S-I-S.
Yeah, that was the
and
easiest part.
Antetokounmpo is A-N-T-E-T-O-K-O-U-N-M-P-O. Gentlemen, that is
I feel like
our sensational tribute.
That's probably the most
Spelling Bee.
satisfying segment we've ever done on the history of this show.
3-0, Shaun.
That was out the gate, bro.
I went over. I told you, man.
Like, I shouldn't laugh at my mate's misfortunes, but like,
Man, I tell you.
it's scary to think he's dumber than I thought he was.
I tell you, there's one part of me that's Asian, and it's not my brain.
Play on.
Sorry, before we start, let me just drink some of my blue
Yeah, okay.
Gatorade.
Oh,
I might have a sip too.
Oh, hello.
You want to know what side I'm on?
Really?
Marc.
Why?
Why? Because our skipper, mate, Mitch Barnett,
Barney.
is up the front for the Blues. I back my mates. All right?
Is this hot off the press? We've finally found out what side you're going for?
Well, if Barney's playing, yeah. All right?
We've said enough.
You know what? You fit
Break's
there,
over.
Shaun. You absolutely fit there. In fact, you know,
Break's over.
the idea behind
Show's done.
a little bit of temporary love that the Blues have seen since they've been winning in State of Origin recently is unbelievable. The amount of people who have come out of the woodworks and all of a sudden just decided to wear blue is colossal.
Yeah.
And I get it. So you belong
100%.
there.
I'm okay with that too. There's no way.
I hate to do this now. I hate to do this after me and Shaun finally having a moment. It's taken us 47 shows to finally be on the same team, and I ruin it after 2 seconds. But
What are you going to do?
I've been thinking more about the conversation you two had last week, and I have to sit here and I have to say I truly believe that the greatest game of rugby league is State of Origin. I think that is the best game that you can have. Now, I know you don't agree with that, but I was thinking about this the other day, and I just thought, at some point when you had the argument the other day with, well, the Dally M isn't playing. Yeah, he's not playing. You're absolutely right. But that doesn't matter when the Warriors, when the Kangaroos play New Zealand, there's always going to be Adam Fanor-Blake's not playing, or, there's always going to be a part where some of these other players aren't going to be playing. So when you put the best that you have, that is the best two teams going at it. With the history, with the names, with everything they have, it is the best spectacle you can have. I believe Origin is the pinnacle of rugby league.
Cool.
I know you didn't like to hear that. I know that they
You guys want me to like rebuttal here or something? Is this where we're going with this?
Right.
I don't know. I didn't know.
I don't know.
where
Is
we're
that a
headed.
question or a statement?
That's a statement.
Well, haven't we already done this?
No. I didn't jump in. I have now jumped in. Yeah. So now I am a part of it.
Okay. Now, how about I just say this? Origin is the best spectacle. That and the NFL and the NRL Grand Final are the two biggest spectacle games that we have. All right? Now, there's a few reasons for that. One, it's a standalone game middle of the week. Like, what else are you watching on a bloody Wednesday night?
If it's on a Saturday, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It is.
If it's on a Saturday every week, it's not the same.
It's the same.
No, it's not, bro.
It's going to get the same
fact
audience.
that it's a spectacle because you only get three chances at it a year.
What day is the grand final?
It's a Sunday.
Yeah, let's put it on a Sunday, then it'll still do the same thing.
What?
If you put Origin on a Sunday, it'll still do the same thing. The numbers will still be the same.
No, what I'm saying is, like, what makes these games a spectacle is that the grand final is the pinnacle game of the season. Origin is a standalone series, middle of the year, 3 games, no other footy happening around to either side of it.
But International doesn't have a bunch of games either. So they should be, to that point, they
but
should be the same
International's
spectacle.
like multiple games.
And I wish it was, don't get me wrong. I wish it
International's
was.
multiple games. That's what I'm saying.
Well, okay, how many tests did you have?
32?
Yeah, over the space of how many years?
10?
That's not many.
Okay.
The spectacle, if it's just because you're playing limited amount of games, then you would have thought the same amount of eyes would be on a test game.
No, what I'm saying to you,
What am I missing here?
What I'm trying to say to you is that you've got a game midweek, so it makes a spectacle. You got more eyeballs watching a Wednesday night one-off standalone game.
I get that argument, but I think if you put it on a Saturday, it's still going to do the same work.
How do you think that? You don't think other people are doing things on a Saturday?
I get there's other things going on, but
so right,
it's still going to be
Brooke,
the absolute spectacle
in
that
TV
it
and
is.
broadcasting. People understand when people are going to be at home doing nothing. That's why they put it on a Wednesday night. There's method to their madness.
You don't think that if they put that on a Saturday, the spectacle is still going to be
I
the
don't.
same?
No, I don't, because they've got other games happening around it. There's
I
other
get
sporting
that,
events
but that
happening
will
around
reign
it.
supreme.
You've got AFL playing. You know there's other people that watch the origin
This is
from
their-
other sports. So they've got football, they've got AFL, they've got whatever other sports happen in a weekend.
I get what you're saying.
So
But
you
these
don't
fans
know, because
are
then you would say to me,
die-hard
if you got
fans.
what I was saying, you would say to me, okay, I get why they put it on Wednesday, midweek.
So why do they put every other sport on during the week?
Brook, he's dragged you. He's dragged you into a different place where you're arguing. The idea behind
Nah, but
the
I like it because
pinnacle-
I'm here now too.
Oh, God.
No. This is what we do. We end up in a different place. I hear what you're saying, Mark. And we never end
Stop
where we
saying
start.
you hear what everyone's saying. You don't.
No.
I've literally just explained to you why.
So why doesn't
Origin
every
has-
other sport do it then? Why didn't you put a test match during the week because of what the All Blacks can't get enough people watching? If that's the logic behind it, why do we put more tests on a Thursday? Are you a rocket scientist that no one else has thought of this? I've got it. I'm a genius that we're the only people that put sport on during the week.
Yeah. They've got a product there that allows them, through their revenue, through their sponsorship, through their TV rights, that they put a product midweek. It's a big expense, but their income covers it, right? Like, bro, you're telling me you hear me, but you're clearly not if you want to keep talking about it. If you put Origin on a weekend when there's other sports playing at the same time, it's not going to get the same eyeballs. What else can I say about that?
But it's going to garner the same audience.
Just to that point there, do you hear what I'm saying or not?
I do hear what you're saying. And I do think that...
They know what they're doing.
So why does no one else do it? Don't get me wrong. It's great that they do it. We all sit there and watch it. We stay up late. But you're also doing the same thing. Every Kiwi that wants to watch it.
Brooke, just so you... I'm going to put it in a different term so that it's away from the NFL. Away from what we're doing here. If we think about American sports and how they separate their days so that they get the most eyeballs, that's what Shaun's referring to. Like, so if the NFL's playing, the NBA won't put games on that same day.
100%.
They'll change where they're at. That's all he's referring to in this. He's not saying, like, that's the conversation. That's
And
not...
that's what
You play
adds to
games
the
on
hype.
Monday night. You play Monday Night Football, which is the biggest game. NBA teams are playing on Monday nights.
Yeah, but it's not their big games. It's not their
their
poster
big
games.
games,
They're
mate.
going to go, okay, cool.
So
we
what
get
is
it.
everyone watching, though? They're going to go and watch NFL because that's the big thing.
Totally.
What if an Origin game's on, but there's a team that I kind of support over here, I'm going to watch the Origin game.
Mate, you're not the only person that just like operates in this world, mate. Right? Just because you're going to do it doesn't mean other people. You got people that support their teams wholeheartedly that play in the weekends, right? Now, if their team isn't playing and they can go watch Origin, why wouldn't they do that? If their team is playing,
Well, see,
the team
hold
that
on.
they
Let me ask
support
you
the
this
same time as Origin's on, they're not going to
Do
watch
you
Origin.
think Origin couldn't perform and have a product if it started on Saturdays? If it was always on Saturdays, do you think Origin would still be a thing?
Of course it can have a product, but not the product.
What would be the product then? If Origin was on this weekend, what would be
that's a good
the
question.
product?
Would
With all
Origin-
things going on this weekend, if you put Wednesday to Saturday,
That's a
what's
good question.
the product?
I don't know, but whatever sport the person that would maybe alternatively watch Origin is also a big fan of. Maybe the AFC, maybe Melbourne are playing Melbourne in this weekend's grand final at the same time.
Which
I
they
don't
are.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. So I'm guessing that game's going to have eyeballs on it. That if it wasn't happening, possibly would be tuning into the Origin. I'm just
See,
throwing that out there.
And I would disagree with that. I would say that if Origin was played that day...
You don't
you're
think
right,
anyone's watching the Melbourne versus Melbourne game?
I think there would be some, but I think Origin would trump it. And if
Yeah.
any other
Well
NRL
and
game was playing...
truly.
Yeah, but you guys are still, even to that point, you two are still missing the point. You think some. By playing it midweek when nothing
totally.
else
No,
is
no, no,
around
that's
it,
the point.
they get all of it.
Totally.
So, like, what are we even doing here? I got a feeling, again, I'm sorry if you're listening to this shit yarn. Like, I've got a feeling people are just going, like, I'm not saying Origin couldn't exist in the weekend.
No.
But we're talking about it being the pinnacle, the penultimate, the
It is still with that in the weekend.
No, it's not.
It is.
It is.
And I think people are going, Shaun is he's
It would be
one of us.
Yeah, so what's being suggested here?
I'm sorry we brought Shaun along.
Is-
I'm saying,
used to love
I'm
this
saying
guy,
that
and now look
Origin,
what we're doing to his
I'm
name.
saying the Origin has formed its identity.
Yep.
And the size
On
and
being
pure
played
mass,
on a Wednesday night?
Yes.
No! It's
Okay.
the performances out there. You think because it's a Wednesday night, that's how Origin made his name?
I think-
my God, he's an idiot.
I think
He is dumber than I thought.
I feel dumber. I feel dumber too. I
Okay,
don't know
no,
what
the
we're
statement of the
arguing.
show is Origin's big because it's a Wednesday. Well done, Origin.
Yep.
Well
All right.
done.
And I wholeheartedly believe that.
Well, enjoy Origin. It is Wednesday night, 10:05 New Zealand time. Queensland.
This is why.
Taking on New South Wales.
Show hurts my brain cells, man. Me. And this is coming from a guy who can't spell.
I hope you enjoy Origin, and I hope you get to watch
I'm glad.
us
Do you know what I'm
Thursday.
glad before I move on? What? I'm glad that you guys finally got to see what it's like with just me and him. Like, we haven't really had that on the show just yet, but all of our friends are like, these idiots. Yeah. That's what it's normally like.
Sorry for all the swearing too.
Sorry,
we'll
sorry,
do
Mum.
better.
Sorry,
we'll
Mum.
do better with the
Sorry,
swear
Mum.
words. That's unacceptable.
We'll catch you on Thursday.
Wait, can we wait? Like, this is the bit. Sorry, guys. When we were talking Origin before Origin comes out, we're a sports show. Like, can't we talk like, what are your picks? What are your results? Who's going to be your player of the match? What are your margins? We're a sports show.
Nah, you tried to win the argument, you took it over, and I came with you. That was my fault.
Who are we picking for game one, boys? Jesus.
I'm picking Wednesday night to be the winner.
Okay. Who are we picking for game one? You're going Queensland, you're going
honestly,
New South?
Cool. Okay, while we're here, I'm obviously New South. I think Nathan Cleary has his like come out Origin performance.
Okay.
Or like
There
series.
you go.
I think he has his, you know when the king waits for his throne and
there you go.
Everyone kind of talks like
Down
he's the
something
man,
for a little
but he can't do it in this arena. This is where you find out what they can do. And I just imagine Nathan Cleary being, and you know better than all of us, Nathan Cleary being Nathan Cleary's going, yeah, come with the hour. I am the man. Yeah, I'm about to show you guys.
Matua?
That's what I imagine.
I imagine that Queensland they'll grow that extra 5% because they're playing at home, and I think they'll win. I think they'll win. It'll be another close game, but I'm hoping they'll win game one because I don't think they win the other two.
I'll go New South Wales by 8.
I'll take that. New South Wales by 8. Let's lock it in. I'm going New South Wales by, I think they do well. I think the centres go real well as well. I'm going 12.
There you go.
12 and under.
As
12 and under.
Enjoy your sport.
Play on.
Lamborghini. Look out for speed! Shaun Johnson! Aguero! It's over! Pass is intercepted at the goal line. In your life have you seen anything like that? Elliott hits it over the grandstand! And New Zealand are in the World Cup final!
Play on. Play on. Play on. Play on.